can I tell the truth? If I was doing this for you, then I have nothing left to prove. Trophies.
Bearded Bros Golf Show, back with the PGA Championship 2023 rundown special, and what a hell of a tournament. We're going to get into it, so let's get it. Brooks Koepka made his way all the way back, his first major since 2019, and I couldn't be happier for the dude. He was Brooks Koepka himself to death, especially on Saturday. Just looked like he had that look in his eye. Closed the deal here on Sunday, with Hovland trying to chase him down, but 16 hopped up and got Hovland like it did Connors yesterday. Same bunker, same embedded 9-iron in the face of that bunker. I don't know what bad juju is happening there, but Brooks looked like he had it in hand going down the stretch anyhow. I'm really closing it out, and I feel like that putt on 18 to close it out really would have, had he been in the same position, would have been more aggressive going down the stretch. So what do you think about Brooks making his way back after injury, faltering at the Masters earlier this year, and really closing it out for his fifth major and third PGA Championship?
Yeah, congrats to him. A real hard-fought battle. I mean, 3 straight rounds in the 60s, 67 to close it out on the final round Sunday. I mean, you just got to give him all the credit because just like he said, he realized what mistakes he made, whether they may be fundamentally or mentally, whatever it may be, and he didn't make them again. And I mean, he really showed resolve. He definitely could have, went downhill after starting birdie, then going bogey back to back, one going in the hazard. He really could have faltered, but Brooks being Brooks, he just kept the foot on the pedal. And, of course, you just saw that carousel of a scorecard he had in the back nine. But definitely, I really think we would have went crazier if he would have held that putt on 18, and it had a chance to drop it as well. So definitely shout out to Brooks. And tour aside, he's always going to come play when it's important to play. And that's, I think, what you got to really stamp on Brooks. The guy can really come to play when it comes to championship golf, and glad to see him bounce back.
100%. And just love his mental game, even fighting through difficult conditions on Saturday to go 4 under, just a really tough round for a lot of folks. I mean, the morning wave was a lot more intense in terms of the rain, and it started to let off a little bit later in the day. But again, he was playing with other leaders in the same conditions, and just his mental fortitude to be able to tough it out and have a really solid round and just kind of not put a full chokehold. He only had a 1-stroke lead, but it's kind of to a small degree that Tiger factor. When you see Brooks near the top of the leaderboard, I mean, there's not a lot of people that are mentally as strong as Brooks. And I think you saw that with people crumbling down the stretch, just seeing him, knowing that he's going to hang in there, not necessarily hurt himself. You saw that on 17 as well, with him having to punch out, getting, he ended up with the bogey on that hole, but just the way he was going through it with his caddy, making a smart decision, not doubling down, taking his medicine, knowing he had a few strokes to play with, especially with Hovland again on 16 falling off, and kind of, giving him some room. So let's look at that last little stretch on 18. I have a clip queued up from him on the approach here. So that's it. Yeah, just had it in hand.
Yeah. I mean, you're watching it as it happens, and bro hit his 9-iron so fast the camera almost didn't catch him. It was crazy.
Yeah, you could tell he was getting a little bit annoyed with Hovland. Yeah, Hovland was really indecisive going into the 18th green. Him and his caddy just really, the caddy was trying to get him along, but Brooks did his typical kind of eye roll and side eye. And then, like you said, as soon as pretty much like Hovland's ball settled at the top side of the green. Brooks was on top of it, ready to
He
go.
was already.
Appreciate the hell out of that. I love that. Ready golf. They were right next to each other. I mean, they probably had him by a foot or two,
Yeah,
off the tee.
literally.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just good again to see a champion be a champion. Who knows what the rest of this year holds for him if he continues to play this way? In the back of my head, I'm still holding out hope that he can free himself from his live contract and return to the PGA Tour. But it is what it is. If we see him only in the
Yeah.
majors, we only see him in the majors, and that's just what it's going to be. But it's good to have Brooks back. We were talking pre-show about the live component, so let's kind of rehash that.
Yeah.
At the Masters when he was in the lead, Greg Norman was like, "We're going to swarm the green. You're going to see a ton of live guys up there." And you pointed out, kind of, I missed the walk down. I was kind of running around, but that wasn't the case. So he kind of did it solo. Even his wife wasn't up there. They just announced that they are expecting a child, but even she wasn't up there. And so definitely not the live guys. You only saw one. And who was that?
Yeah. DeChambeau of all people. Lordy.
Yeah. No hate to the live side of things. However, had
Right.
DeChambeau taken the title, I think I might have been a little more annoyed. But hey, got the result that I think we both personally like.